Krishna. Yes, it is getting recorded. Okay. Okay. Hare Krishna. So, what?
That part is only good to
You should close it. Okay. It's getting recorded, right? Yes, it is getting recorded. Yes. That's good. Okay. So, Prabhuji and Mataji, so we are again back to our sixth part of Bhagavad Gita. So, I think last time we have seen, discussed more about the flag symbol, what Krishna and Arjuna's chariot had significance, right? So, in that context, we have seen what kind of flags different other warriors had. Mainly, what Duryodhana had? Snake. Actually, why that flag is generally kept on the chariot?
For the direction of the wind, so the arrows go.
Okay, no, that is not the reason. For sure, it's a good guess, but that's not the reason. For victory, no.
To identify who is there.
Right. To identify who is there. For example, from far, you will not be able to see a warrior. So if the flag symbol is there, that means that particular warrior is there. So like this, for Duryodhana, it was Sarpa, this thing was there, snake was there. Okay? Although if you don't mind, probably మీరు దయచేసి చాంటింగ్ ఆపేయండి ఇప్పుడు కాసేపు చేయట్లేదు కదా వదిలేండి. Yes, already we discussed 5 of them. Now let us, since you are asking, now guess what I think Krishna and Arjuna had Hanuman. Duryodhana had Sarpa. What Yudhishthira had? Yudhishthira's chariot had. Come on, guess. Guess what? Guess. Our thought process no లేదు కదా అసలు. Shankam, no. No, the thing is what flag Yudhishthira's chariot had? ఏ యుధిష్ఠుడి రథం మీద ఏమి ఫ్లాగ్ మీన్స్ వాట్ తెలుగు? జెండా మీద ఏమి గుర్తున్నది? I think only non-Telugu are only Sanjeev Prabhu. That's it, right? And Ashish Prabhu.
Sanjeev knows every language.
He just poses. I think. Yeah, Yudhishthira Maharaj had a crescent. Crescent means moon, small moon. Half moon or quarter moon. 25% of moon. Crescent. That was the symbol what Yudhishthira's chariot had. What about Bhima? What Bhima had? What Bhima's chariot? No. Anyway, I will tell. Golden lion was the symbol what Bhima's chariot flag had. And what about Sahadev? So guess the chance లేదు అలా ఇప్పుడు వినుంటారు కదా మీరు. You might not have heard about these things, right? What symbol Sahadev's chariot's flag had? White swan. And Satyaki had Yali. Yali means a wild elephant kind of a thing. Satyaki's flag had. Drishtadyumna, fire. Drishtadyumna had a fire on the flag. And Shikandi, flower. Virata, fish. Drupada, Vajra. Krishna,
Hanuman.
Actually, the chariot which Krishna was riding was of Arjuna's. But usually Krishna's chariot had Garuda on his flag. Of course, Krishna's chariot was not there. It was Arjuna's chariot which Krishna was driving. But usually Krishna had a separate chariot. In another chariot he had Garuda. And what about Gatotkacha? Gatotkacha had wheel on his flag. Nakula?
He had chariot.
Yes, he had. Nakula? Red antelope. Arjuna? Hanuman. Anyways, that's what everyone knows. Okay? So, now one question for everyone. Huh? Bhishma already we told Mataji last week. Golden. Bhima. She's asking Bhishma. Already we told Bhishma last week. Bhishma. Also we told last week. In fact, that's good that you asked. Since Mataji asked, we will go back. Yeah, here it is. Bhishma, Taladhvaja, palm tree and 5 stars. Huh? Cheppara? So you didn't hear. Mataji. Avi Mataji didn't hear. Okay? Yes. Okay? So now one question for everyone. What do we learn about Arjuna's attitude from the fact that he chose to have Hanumanji on his flag? Question to everyone. What do we learn about Arjuna's attitude from the fact that he chose to have Hanuman and on the flag?
Dedication to Krishna.
Strength.
Okay. Anything else? Strength, yeah, that's good. Right answers?
Fearlessness.
Yes.
Fearlessness.
Yes.
Samarthan.
Yes, all answers are right. The main answer is, Hanumanji is a warrior spiritual acharya kind of a personality. He is also our spiritual master only. And he is a warrior. And he always does his work in a mood of servitorship. As a servant to the Lord. So he takes an inspiration from Hanumanji and he himself wanted to serve Krishna in the mood of Hanumanji. That was the indication what they are trying to show here when we learn about Arjuna's attitude. So he wanted to imbibe. At any moment he should not get a pride. Hey, I have got weapons from Lord Shiva, Pashpatastra and all, lot of the weapons I got. That pride should not be there. Of course, he's a great devotee of the Lord. He never had that pride. But he always wanted to imbibe, and this is a very sensitive situation in Mahabharata Yuddha that the emotions run very high, and there is a possibility that we can forget our inherent quality of devotee, and there is a possibility of pride taking over. So he always wanted to be remembered that I should act in a mood of servitorship. So that's a symbol. So what? Now the same thing again. One more point here is, this is our spiritual culture what we used to have earlier. Nowadays it's not a culture. Always know in the Middle East, in our CBSE and ICSE syllabus, they teach you can do it. No, don't depend with anyone. Don't depend on anyone. You should individually conquer. You should beat everyone. You should tokkify everyone, go up. That's what they say, right? That's what they teach actually. If not directly, that's what they teach. But spiritual culture was not like that. Spiritual culture was always depend on. There was no insurance policy at that time. I don't know. Anyone worked in bank here? Anyone worked in bank here? Any idea when this insurance policy and all started? किसी को मालूम है ये इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी कब स्टार्ट हुआ? माताजी, कितना माताजी? आपके जमाने में था ये इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी? तभी नहीं था, तो हमारे जमाने में आया वो. Yeah. So this insurance policy and everything has come recently.
Policy was there long back.
No.
I'm not saying about personal insurance, but for example, when even the merchants used to come for the ship, they used to get that insured before they come in.
You're talking about how many years back, bro?
This is like before British conquered.
1865.
They are
1865 when Hong Kong.
1865. That's right. Now let us say before 1850 that was not there, right? Before 1850. So earlier, what was the insurance policy? Before, what was the insurance policy? Rakhe Krishna mare Krishna rakhe koi. What is the meaning of it? Avish, do you know? 1 minute. I wanted Avish to answer.
No, I don't know.
You don't know? Yeah. Tell me.
If Krishna wants to save someone, no one can kill
Kill
him.
him.
If Krishna wants to kill someone, no one can save
Save it. Haribol. That was the insurance policy. What earlier Sanatana Dharma people used to follow, and to complete dependence on the Lord. That was the insurance policy.
1347.
1347. Okay. I am talking about before 1347. Okay. So yeah, actually that was the humility in spiritual culture what we had. Like Here it is said Vaishnava should follow the previous Mahajana authority, that is Vaishnavism. We don't manufacture ideas. We simply accept the behavior or the activities of previous Acharya. There is no difficulty. Therefore, Arjuna, has depicted this flag with Hanuman, that Hanumanji, kindly help me. This is Vaishnavism. I have come here to fight for the Lord Krishna. You fought also for the Lord. Kindly help me. That is the mood what he wanted to do. In fact, Anuradha Mataji asked last week about one story, 5 arrow story, where it is. Mataji, that story is in the all the Vaishnava philosophy, Mataji. Though you might have seen Gita Press, Gorakhpur Gita Press, you have seen, but we don't consider that as authentic sources. We consider Bhakti Vedanta Trust, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada has quoted that story in lot of scriptures, Mataji. Yeah. Okay, that's what I inquired with couple of today morning I met Bhagavadgita Prabhu, so I was discussing the same point with them. So he told, actually we don't Gorakhpur Gita Press, we don't generally follow that. We follow only the Bhakti Vedanta Trust literature, which only publishes the Srila Prabhupada and his disciples' lectures. Okay, so that's the philosophy what we carry when we say that we should be humble and kind. Now let us start with our our session today from 1.21. Okay, 1.21. Where is 1.21? No, these numbers. This already we have seen last week. Okay, yeah. Yes. Okay, someone wanted to utter the shloka? Okay. Arjuna Uvacha. Okay, hang on. I will sing one line. Then you can follow. Then we will make other one or two devotees to utter the shloka once again. Repeat after me. Arjuna Uvacha. Senayor madhye. Ratham स्थापयामे अच्युता यावद् एतान् निरीक्षेऽहम् योद्धुकामान् अवस्थितान् कैर्मया सह योद्धव्यम् अस्मिन् रणसमुद्यमे. Havish, you want to try? Honestly, you want to try? Try. Once again we will repeat, okay? Then we will go with the explanation. Arjuna Uvacha. सेनयोरुभयोर् मध्ये रथं स्थापयामि अच्युता यावद् एतान् निरीक्षेऽहम् योद्धुकामान् अवस्थितान् कैर्मया सह योद्धव्यम् अस्मिन् रणसमुद्यमे. Actually, if you hear each and every syllable of the word of the sloka, you will understand. Actually, it's very pretty in Hindi. Also, it's not though it is Sanskrit, but you can understand. Madhye, Ubhayor, Senayor, Radham, Sthapaya, center and all. Okay, translation by this Divine Srila Prabhupada ki. Arjuna said, "O infallible one, please draw my chariot between the two armies, so that I may see those present here who desire to fight, and with whom I must contend in this great trial of arms." Who is giving order here? Huh? Arjuna is giving orders to whom? Krishna. So, are you understanding? How can someone order him? How can someone order him? Has anyone had any driver anytime in your life? Kamya Mataji had a driver. Anyone else? Prita Mataji had a driver. Okay. Another Mataji is thinking whether I have to agree or not. you won't used to drive Mataji? Okay. So, so they have driver. Now, how do you treat a driver? How do you treat a driver? Where we want to go. Actually, earlier we used to, in our village, we used to go in bullock cart.
Yes.
So there used to be a driver or a servant kind of a guy who used to drive the bullock cart, and we used to tell him, hey, how are you? Hey, go Riyan, come. I spelled his name right? No, I think he wanted to sit with his sister only. He gets energy when he sits along with his mother or sister. Okay. So, so generally, driver is a position which is very low, considered very low, right? We say, I used to observe, we say driver, hey, Atelra, hey, go that side, no? Hey, go that side, re? Direction, go that side. चल रहे उस तरफ क्यों जा रहा है ऐसे चलना इसे चलना like that we used to with less respect we used to address him and used to talk rudely with him and go in certain direction we used to guide him. Okay, but here we are understanding when the position of God, someone is ordering Krishna, and when he takes orders Krishna, we generally see Krishna ordering, but in which cases Krishna takes orders? Come on. Who can order Krishna? Who can order Krishna?
Arjuna.
Pure devotee. Pure devotee can order Krishna. And for the sake of devotees, Krishna can go to any level. Any level to that extent. But, it takes a lot of, and Krishna, while serving his devotees, he derives a lot of pleasure. Not pressure, pleasure. Okay, he takes a lot of pleasure in serving his devotees. That's what we need to understand. And Krishna being a charioteer, can you guess how he was driven? I mean, how he was taking Arjuna? Nowadays, can you even when we touch a driver, he will feel. Why if you do touch, some car driver is there. If you touch that guy with a hand, go that side, he feels. Why are you touching? He will say. But Krishna got kicked by Arjuna. He was taking the kicking of Arjuna to go to a right direction. He used to kick right side of Krishna, and to go to a left direction, he used to kick left side of Krishna, and to go straight, he used to kick center to show the direction. Can you imagine Lord taking that kind of position? Man, has anyone? Are you hearing this for the first time? This particular statement that Arjuna was kicking Krishna for going to certain directions. He was getting kicked, and he has taken that position for his devotees, for the sake of his devotees. And how? Every day he used to take care of the horses, 5 horses, and every day morning. Therefore, no, who comes first? Driver comes first or the owner comes first? Driver should be on time, no? Driver should come on time and say, sir, I'm there outside the flat, please come. Cab wala, Ola, Uber, you book, right? So first driver comes, then he says, I came here, I'm waiting for you. So that's what daily, for the 18 days of war, Krishna used to take care of the 5 horses and take care of the chariot, clean it, and every day morning he used to be there in front of the tent of Arjuna and say, Arjuna, I am ready, come on, let us go. That's the position what Krishna has taken for the sake of his devotees, Arjuna. And it's not only with Arjuna, there are a lot of other pastimes where Krishna has taken a lot of menial services. And I think I already told, I have discussed also. In what is that, That yagna, Rasu yagna. In Rasu yagna, what is the position Krishna has taken? Washing the feet of each and everyone who is coming to Rasu yagna. That is the service what Krishna has taken. For his devotees, for whom? Yudhishthira Maharaj. Because he is the king of the whole world. Okay? So, I mean, is it a good job to do? Is it a good job to do? I mean, how many of you will aim actually after doing all the international schooling, Delhi Public School or international school or Oak Ridge or IIM, IIT and all doing and aiming for becoming a driver? Can you imagine your children? Are you having ambitions of making the children driver? Can you imagine? No, right? No, right? Yeah. So that's the thing. That's the greatness of. Now tell me, if anyone is wanting to make your children driver, thought Prabhuji is going to lift. No, if you say yes, tada tu devta sa there. You cannot. Okay, so a lot of people feel driver is a cheap job, and we need to understand what does it mean to be a driver. So that's how he used to drive. So that's why he is when he is taking a position of a charioteer means no one will become a charioteer. He is a supreme personality of Godhead, Krishna. Devadi Devudaina Krishnudu kabatti aa position తీసుకున్నాడు లేకపోతే వేరే వాళ్ళు ఎవరు తీసుకోలేరు. That's a bottom line. Okay. So next is this sloka. Already we have seen the translation. Now let us read the purport. Although Lord Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, out of his causeless mercy, he was engaged in the service of his friend. He never fails in affection for his devotees, and thus he is addressed here as infallible one. What is the meaning of infallible one? What is the meaning of infallible one? Who doesn't fail? Yes. Who doesn't fail? So he never fails in his affection for his devotees. That's the reason why the term Achyuta has come in the shloka. That's what we need to understand. As a charioteer, he had to carry out the orders of Arjuna, and since he did not hesitate to do so, he is addressed as infallible. Although he had accepted the position of charioteer for his devotees, his supreme position was not challenged. That's what we need to understand. Though he has become a charioteer, his position as a supreme God has never been deviated. Now, probably Maitri Mataji. You're working somewhere, Mataji? Where do you work now? Software. Which company, Mataji? SID. So probably she's a manager. Assume that she's a manager in software company, and she heads a team. She heads a team of 10 or 20 team members, and her position in the job is chief manager. Role is not sounding great. Senior success manager. This sounds good. Senior success manager is her role in her IT company, and she is leading a team of around 30 to 40 members. That's her role in the office. But when she comes to home, she plays with kids. She becomes a horse for kids, and kid might get on top of her, and she tries to ride as a horse, and kids enjoy. Kids enjoy, right? Now, by she behaving like a horse with her kids, does her position as chief success manager in her company change? No, right? Similarly, Krishna, though he has been working as a charioteer for Arjuna, but his position as supreme personality of Godhead never has changed or not demoted. Not demoted. That's what we need to understand. That's what Srila Prabhupada is trying to say in this purport. His supreme position was not challenged. In all circumstances, he is the supreme personality of Godhead, Rishikesha, the Lord of the total senses. The relationship between the Lord and his servitor is very sweet and transcendental. The servitor is always ready to render service to the Lord, and similarly, the Lord is always seeking an opportunity to render some service to the devotee. He takes greater pleasure in his pure devotees assuming the advantageous position of ordering him than he does in being the giver of orders. Actually, he enjoys more in taking the orders of his devotee rather than someone listening to his orders. That's what Acharyas are trying to put the things forward. He enjoys taking orders from the devotees rather being giving orders. But a lot of people outside have an impression God is a order giver, we need to simply follow and all. In some sense, yes, but God as such and as such loves to take orders from his devotees. That's what we need to understand. Since he is master, everyone is under his orders, and no one is above him to order him. But when he finds that a pure devotee is ordering him, he obtains transcendental pleasure, although he is infallible master in all circumstances. As a pure devotee of the Lord, Arjuna had no desire to fight with his cousins and brothers, but he was forced to come onto the battlefield by the obstinacy of Duryodhana, who was never agreeable to any peaceful negotiation. Therefore, he was very anxious to see who the leading persons present on the battlefield were. Although there was no questions of peacemaking endeavor on the battlefield, he wanted to see them again and to see how much they were bent upon demanding an unwanted war. Why he wanted to go into the middle of both armies? Question. Why Arjuna had a desire to go and ordered Krishna to have this chariot between the armies?
See, when all of his relatives in the field,
He's going to kill. Okay.
To make them feel a little inferior.
No. That's utterly wrong. That's not the answer. Who are yeah, that's also right.
So he has to know with whom he is fighting.
Whom he is fighting. Okay. Anything else? Yeah. Yeah, all your answers are right. But we need to understand that the main reason for going there was 14 years back. 14 years back, all these kings were part of the Rajasuya Yajna, who all have accepted the supremacy of Yudhishthir Maharaj as the king of the entire world. All the kings who are at the other side are the ones who came to Rajasuya Yajna 14 years back, who accepted that Yudhishthira is the king of the entire world. But in this 14 year span, how come they got into the army of Duryodhana? How come in the 14 years, how come it got changed? To mainly see this particular part, he requested Krishna to go in the middle. All the answers are right only. But this is a hidden background thinking. I mean, you will see, right? When someone is doing that, I don't know, in a gross example, if I take, I don't know what example I should take. Suddenly a team is there, your loyal team is there with almost 3 years time, and suddenly you went to on-site for 2 years. After 2 years you came and no one is accepting your word. How will you feel? I'm just trying to put it in a gross terms. Pujita Mataji is working in some IT company. She is not working. Now you are not working? Okay. Bharadwaj Prabhu. Where is Bharadwaj Prabhu? He is hiding. Bharadwaj Prabhu is having a team, and he is running a project with a client, and for 3 years all his project has been successfully running. All the 100 team members who were reporting to him were very friendly, very loyal, very nice, and project was very nice going. And after 3 years he went for a Ajnatavas in on-site for US, and he went for 2 years there, and after 2 years he comes here, and now he wanted to work in the team, but no one is supporting him. No one is supporting him. How will you feel? I know it's a very gross example what I am saying, but I'm just trying to make you understand the intensity of the thinking what Arjuna has been going through when he asked Krishna to keep him in the middle of the armies. Okay? Yeah. Additional examples from Parampara. Is the servitor is always ready to render service to the Lord, and similarly the Lord is always seeking an opportunity to render some service to the devotee. Of all Krishna's qualities, his Bhakta Vatsala quality is most endearing. Name other pastimes where he came out of the blue to serve his devotees. Anyone? Riya? Lord Narasimhadev, yes. Anyone? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Yeah. Huh? Draupadi. A lot of things. Draupadi is there, Dhruva Maharaj is there, huh? Gajendra Moksham, Gajendra is there. Like this, when we say Achyuta, one is Bhaktavatsala aspect of God, where he never fails in showering affection to his devotees. Never fails. Never fails his affection to his pure devotees. Pure devotees. Now coming to the practical terms, Prabhuji and Mataji, there is a possibility of we thinking that pure devotees were there earlier and God might have come. But what about now? Are there no pure devotees now? Are there no pure devotees now? Are there? There are, right? 100% accept? Yeah. There are pure devotees and God helps them. In fact, I have personally seen lot of devotees getting affection from the Lord. It doesn't mean that he has to come in person and serve. Whatever the pure devotees, when they are in trouble, he is helping. He is helping. Now, can't you see the hand of the Lord now in Bhakti Center we are having? Bhakti Center, actually, Bhakti Center, we need to leave the Bhakti Center in 1 year's time. Last 2 months only we came to know. And there is no place for us because we have been paying for Bhakti Center rent. Now, can you expect a 1.5 acre land, 1.5 to 2 acres land coming in Nallanalla? By the way, tomorrow there is a Bhumi Puja. Tomorrow there is a Bhumi Puja. I request everyone, I will post this after the group. Tomorrow at 5 a.m. Posted, huh? Mataji, I was thinking of telling in person and post. Deepa Mataji is there. Yeah, very good. Huh? 5 to 8. So morning 5 a.m. we will be there. I will be there. So 5 a.m. tomorrow is Narsimha Chaturdashi. So on this auspicious occasion, we are having a Bhumi Puja tomorrow in this location. I think you are all having the details, right? Yeah. So tomorrow 5 a.m. will be there. So 2 months back we don't have anything, and devotees prayed, Krishna, please help. And can you expect? On the main road, 1.5 to 2 acres land, it is worth 100 to 200 crores. Believe me, it is worth 100 to 200 crores. The land, Hare Krishna. Are you not seeing the Lord's hand here? No, I think with conviction it's not coming out. Huh?
There is no doubt in that.
Only one small experience.
Yes.
So for the last 1.5 year, we have been traveling in that same road. So we thought, so we were frequently visiting the Ranganath Swami temple. So we saw a decline in the devotees coming over there. So we thought this road will be, that land will be taken by road extension.
Okay.
But suddenly today, by seeing that post, we were very much shocked. It is like a very big temple
Yes.
is being constructed over there. So,
Yes, Prabhuji. Even Krishna, there is no need for Krishna to come in person and help. We are not that much pure devotees like Bhakta Prahlad, Dhruva Maharaj, Draupadi Maharani, and all to come. But if you are really pure devotee, even Krishna can come in person also, Prabhuji and Madhajis. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. He will come. And Krishna takes care of the needs of his pure devotees. It was completely a shocker for me.
Many times I thought we used to go to Abbotsford.
It's too far. Too far.
Taking my grandson is much more preparation. Okay, we went to Bhagavadgita. We had been to this, in between there are
Attapur.
One is in Attapur we went and
Banjaras.
and those two places also we went. I used to think something nearby to us.
Yeah.
There I could go daily,
Yeah.
do some service.
Yeah.
After wearing these clothes,
Yeah. You know what actually?
silent prayers goes on, he
Yeah.
listens.
No. Actually, seriously, I mean, Advika, sit up, huh? Okay, you are doing it. Okay. I think she broken. No problem. Take your time. So the problem, the main point here, probably some Mataji, don't think, because of our education, CBSE, ICSE, say state-based education, we bound to think, Bhaktula, time lo undevaremo. At that time there used to be devotees. Now who are there? Where there are pure devotees, there are pure devotees, Mataji, and Krishna takes care of his pure devotees. Believe me. And I repeat this when any negative things happen. Last class I told, it happens. Krishna brings negative things or some bad things in anyone's life. It is for three reasons. What are they?
Purification.
Rectification, purification, glorification. What rectification for whom? Hmm? Sinners who are non-devotees, who are not in devotion, for sinners who don't acknowledge the hand of Lord in their daily lives. Sinners, that is the rectification. And purification for devotees, neophyte devotees like us. Purification, each and everywhere. You are getting a partner, you are having your own challenges with your partner. Purification only. You are having a boss, torturous boss. Purification only. If you take, if you are a neophyte devotee, that things are happening for your purification, and glorification happens for the pure devotees. For pure devotees. Because we are not in a situation of pure devotees. If your leg is gone, I'm sorry, no offense intended. If your leg is gone in your accident, Krishna knows you will go away from him. In an accident, if your leg is gone, Krishna knows that you will be going away from God. That's why he doesn't deal with that way with us. He will deal that way with pure devotees. Bhakti Raga Swami Maharaj, his leg has gone while saving the deities of the Lord from dacoits. Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, he is going complete, almost more half of the body paralyzed. I don't know how many of you have seen Jayapataka Swami Maharaj paralyzed. Why is he giving? For glorifying him. Like that only, in my close circles also, there are a lot of devotees who have been going through, I can't put it in this forum, they have been going through a lot of tough times, but never they have left Krishna. Krishna. That's why Bhakta Vatsala aspect of Krishna is the prompt one, or the important one. When once in this shloka, Achyuta is uttered. Achyuta is having more significance when he never fails in showing affection to his devotees. That's the point. First point for saying Achyuta. Second point is Satyata. Another point is never fails in fulfilling promises to his devotees. Never fails. I think in this shloka it is mentioned, right? Somewhere it is. Satyata is there. Achyuta. So Achyuta is there. Achyuta implies these three things. One is Bhaktavatsala, another is Satyata, and another is Bhagavatta. Bhaktavatsala already told, showing affection to the devotees, and Satyata means never fails in fulfilling promises to his devotees. He never fails. No, let us finish her first. Adhika Mataji, you please go ahead. I think she loves this service. Right? Yes, Prabhu.
Why to go for the glorification process? Why to go through a lifetime of pain now?
Probably now think, Prabhu. Think other ways. Now how probably? For example, if a pure devotee is there, and if he gets 1 crore, somehow from somewhere he gets every month. 1 crore he gets. But how people will take it? If pure devotee is there, he is materially getting very rich. Now, for the normal people, how are you going to set an example for them? If he's really getting more opulent, pure devotee is getting more opulent, normal people, there is a possibility of taking it negatively. Only in the difficult times, how a devotee deals comes, then only a lesson is being learned. But in a positive environment, lesson is not learned, bro. I'm sorry to say this. That is the actual reality. Of course, there are so many. I mean, for example, Ford Adhineta is there. Henry Ford. Alfred Ford. His spiritual name is. Some name is there. Alfred Ford. Yen Mataji? I'm not getting his name. Alfred Ford. Amrish Prabhu is a CEO of Ford. He's still there. He's the richest. At one on his speed dials, US President number is there. On his speed dials, you have one ring, it goes to President of USA. He's an opulent person, but he never exhibited that. When he comes to Mayapur, he stands along with us in, like I was an opportunity for seeing him in a queue in Mayapur in 2019. Another normal person. How are you going to set an example? If everything positive is happening for pure devotee, people might not take it positively. Only when I don't intend for facing negative things, but only when the negative things happen, it is for the glorification of pure devotees only. For sure. I don't know if I answered you. Right, Prabhu?
Maybe we can say that it is not negative, it is when struggle comes to
Yes.
in our way.
Yes.
We
Yes.
realize
We
it.
realize that actually, generally, when negative things happen, only then only people learn. Madhavi. I mean, that's a trend actually. A lot of people, when the positive comes, and for a kind of personality in my before coming to KC, something good happens. I used to, hey, you are the great Ram Mahesh, Shabash. That's what he used to be. But the same thing, when something negative happens, I used to completely get depressed actually. I mean, Shanti will be knowing better. I have fluctuations. Ativrushti, Anavrushti, they say, right? When Santosham comes, he goes to the peak. When Dukkham comes, completely aloof, isolated from the normal society. That's what it happens actually. There's a hard reality, but when we come to devotion, Mataji, even when something good happens, no, okay, we take it positively. We thank Lord. And main thing is when negative things happen, Krishna, I think you are having a better plans. But normal people, for thinking like this, is very difficult, Mataji. When something negative happens, it's very difficult to think that, I think Krishna is planning something good for me. Okay, let me hold on. It's very difficult. When you are in spirituality, when you are trying to understand Krishna, then you will get that strength internally, Madhu. Yeah, and it is very much applicable, Madhu. Even as I said, I don't know. I do chanting every day in front of my. You have seen my house, right? Have you come, Ruchi Mother? You didn't come to my house. You could not come. Huh? You also didn't come. All the devotees didn't come to my house. I have a almost this much big size, entire this wall. This much big size. I sent a video. So daily I chant there in front of him, and I see Krishna telling. He keeps his hand on Krishna's heart, and he sees Arjuna. And when I see these 5 fingers, no, he tells, I am your original father. Please listen to me. You are seeing my 5 fingers, right? These 5 fingers means A for association, B for books, C for chanting, D for diet, A for etiquette. Please listen to my 5 things. When he says, when I observe those 5 fingers, no, Krishna is indirectly telling, be in association of devotees, A for association, B for books, please read books related to me, C for chanting, please do sadhana, do chanting, D for diet, take satvika diet, satvika aharam tinandi, prasadam tinandi, only take prasadam only. E, follow Vaishnava etiquettes. When someone is coming, go. When Maharaj is coming, do Shashtang Dandavat. When devotees we are meeting today, all that main, actually, it was a very minimal gathering today morning when we went to the memorial service of one devotee's father. When only 30 devotees have come. So when we met, we were wishing each other with half Dandavat, Panchakalpata, Rivescha, Prapasim, Devacha, Bhatram, Pavanam, Deva, Vaishnava, Deva, Namo. Like the prayer we did, we had, like, we cracked some jokes, and we were discussing some war matters. So, I mean, association of devotees is very important. So, all these 5, every day Krishna, whenever I see, every day when I chant, I get some new realization what Krishna is trying to convey from his simple photo. What about Bhagavadgita? Yeah, what is it?
When I am very beginnings with these sessions, Prabhuji, so my finger, this happened. Within 1-2 months only this happened. But it helped me a lot actually, this journey and for chanting, it helped me very lot.
Yeah. Very nice, Mataji. Very nice. Don't worry, Mataji, my finger also got crushed.
Just I'm thinking.
No, I know I could get your intent, Mataji.
Even in hospital also I'm chanting. I never neglect Krishna actually more than other time. I really.
Mataji, all these minor things, no, Mataji, whatever these minor steps you are taking, right, it will really help you in this journey, Mataji. Because at the final exam, as I said, in the final exams, all these minute things will help, Mataji. Now, what a glorious that Anuradha Mataji had. At the last moment also, she was in consciousness and she was telling Prabhuji, I am dying.
And Krishna's reciprocation, devotees went on that day. Saturday we were discussing about her, and Sunday Krishna made this happen.
Yes.
I mean, the
Yeah.
Only we
Last
so
Saturday,
many times.
last Saturday, I was inquiring with devotees, asking how is Anuradha Mataji generally.
I mean, Krishna's reciprocation.
No, Anuradha Mataji, I was just inquiring about Anuradha Mataji, and devotees were also saying that nothing serious, Prabhu. I think she went to hospital, she might be coming 1 or 2 days. Then still I told them, please visit once the hospital, Mataji. I told Kamya Mataji, Meena Mataji and all to go and visit once.
Went in the morning.
Morning only I called
Yeah.
Mataji.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, try to understand Prabhuji's Mataji's. You can feel the presence of Krishna and his Achyuta. When you say Achyuta, all these things come into factor. And we will discuss in detail about Anuradha Mataji this Friday. We are having a memorial. So I request all the devotees to come, and please come. Actually, that's a good act. We are following, we are showing our kids also like that. I mean, these kind of things are the great service what we are doing actually. Remembrance of a devotee, trying to glorify them. And I am sure in the last 1 to 1.5 years, when she has shared lot of personal things actually to me. She told me not to share, but the thing is, we need to understand, we should glorify devotees whenever an opportunity is given. Okay, so I request everyone to come on Friday for the memorial, that is the 13th day of Mataji. So coming back to our topic. So Achyuta, as I said, one is Bhaktavatsala. Satyata means never fails in fulfilling promises to his devotees. And last one is Bhagavata, never fails in maintaining his position as Supreme Lord. Though he is in person working as a charioteer, but his position as Supreme Personality of Godhead never gets compromised. That's what we need to understand. Okay? So that is the reason he is called Achyuta. I think already we discussed. Next one is Arjuna's request hints at the fact that he is already indecisive about participating in the battle. Meaning of Achyuta, infallible, addressed so because, this is the one same. First one is Bhaktavatsala, the Lord never fails in affection of his devotees, thus engaged in the service of his friend out of his causeless mercy. Second one, did not hesitate to carry out the order of Arjuna as his charioteer. Still his supreme position as Rishikesha, the Lord of senses, was unchallenged. Okay, so that's what it is. Now, when he says, this particular part, Arjuna's request hints at the fact that he is already indecisive about participating in the battle. Can you imagine if you take a gross example? I'm sorry, I'm taking gross example to make understand the intensity. Ruchi Mother, you are also working, right? No? Okay. Yogesh Prabhu? Yogesh Prabhu is working in Microsoft. No artist, sorry. Sunil Prabhu. Sunil Prabhu ke saath hai na? Sunil Prabhu. Sanjay Prabhu. No? Don't know? Okay. They are also working nowadays. He is a global HR manager. Sunil Sachdeva. You know him, right? You are telling as if you don't know Prabhu. Okay. Yeah. So, so Prabhuji is working no artist now. Just to tell a gross example, this particular thing, Arjuna's request hints at the fact that he is already indecisive about participating in the battle. Now, Yogesh Prabhu is working as Prabhu? Your designation? Huh? Director, Engineering Services. Fine. Let us assume Director Engineering Services थोड़ा posh दिख रहा है. Let us assume that. Director Engineering Services. Now, Director Yogesh Prabhu he has taken an employee, Sanjeev Prabhu. He has hired Sanjeev Prabhu for a niche skill. It is a very niche skill, and there is a billion dollar project for his company, for a client. And he, in the entire, after churning of lot of interviews, after lot of churning, we got Sanjeev Prabhu as one associate who got selected for one position for a client. And after, with lot of interviews, Sanjeev Prabhu you got, and after getting onboarded in the company, again for 1 month you have given a rigorous training, and project is about to start in 1 month's time. And after 1 month of rigorous training and all, he says that I wanted to go on leave for one month. How will you feel? That's a very niche skill, and client is $1 million client. You getting? I'm just trying to make understand the intensity. All the while Krishna has prepared Arjuna only for this. Even while in Agnatavasa, when the 14 years of this thing also Krishna guided them. Arey, you go to Lord Shiva, get Pashupata Astra, you go there, get this divine weapons. All the skills and everything he got developed. And at the end of the day he's saying, I don't want to do war. There is no backup plan also, by the way. There is no backup plan. You have not prepared Yudhishthira Maharaj or Nakul Sahadev for backup. If Arjuna is not fighting, I'll put a backup. No. So for this intentional level, I'm just trying to convey this point. Arjuna's request hints at the fact that he is already indecisive about participating in the battle. Okay. Now coming to the 1.23. Rihan, Mehak, please do the honors.
Let him say.
Okay. Rihan, Parag.
युत्समानान् अवीक्ष्येऽहं ययेतेऽत्र समागताः धार्तराष्ट्रस्य दुर्बुद्धिर् युद्धे प्रियचिकीर्षवः.
Yeah, someone else wanted to quote? Sai, you want to try? No? He lost interest, it seems.
Tired.
Tired of cricket. Okay. Yeah. So, Adarsh, want to try? Huh? Sanjeev Prabhu?
युत्स्यमानान् अवीक्षेऽहं ये एतात्र समागताः धृतराष्ट्रस्य धार्तराष्ट्रस्य दुर्बुद्धिर् युद्धे प्रिया चिकीर्षः.
Yes. Okay. Translation. Let me see those who have come here to fight. Let me see those who have come here to fight, wishing to please the evil-minded son of Dhritarashtra. Now, Prabhuji and Mataji's. Okay. Now, purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki. It was an open secret that Duryodhana wanted to usurp the kingdom of the Pandavas by evil plans in collaboration with his father Dhritarashtra. Therefore, all persons who had joined the side of Duryodhana must have been birds of the same feather. Arjuna wanted to see them on the battlefield before the fight was begun, just to learn who they were. But he had no intention of proposing peace negotiation with them. It was also a fact that he wanted to see them to make an estimate of the strength which he had to face, although he was quite confident of victory because Krishna was sitting by his side. Krishna was sitting by his side. Okay? Now, additional examples from Parampara. Now, as we say, why Arjuna wanted to see, already we discussed, now already we given the explanation, but when he sees for the reason, as I quoted, that all these kings were part of Rasi Yajna and they were 14 years back, they were accepting us as the world king, and now they became opponents. Now, in that scenario, at this point, or it is the juncture where the illusion takes over for Arjuna. Illusion takes over for Arjuna. And what is that? What is the illusion? How many kinds of illusions are there? Okay. Now, we acquire knowledge in how many ways as per our SSR? Just try to recollect. How many ways are there to acquire knowledge?
By hearing, listening, seeing.
No. That is Navavidha Bhakti. Shravanam, Kirtanam are Navavidha Bhakti, where 9 types of processes are there to do Bhakti. But I am talking about acquiring knowledge. In how many ways we acquire knowledge? Three types. Three. One is, I'll remind once again. I know it's been 1 year SSR over, but let me remind. Pratyaksha Praman. If I see, only then I believe. Riyan is having a tilak. Where is he having tilak? If I see only, then only I will believe. Okay, tilak is there. It is visible. So it is visible to my naked eye. So it is there. Okay. So similarly, only if I see, then only I believe, that is Pratyaksha Praman. Now what is the problem with Pratyaksha Praman? There are problems with Pratyaksha Praman where our senses are limited. Even in our science classes we have seen, right? We can hear or see only with the frequency range of 10 decibels to 10,000 decibels. But have you ever imagined what happens before 10 decibel or after 10,000 decibels? We don't know. So if we are not seen, it doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. It's not there, right? So our senses are limited, and our senses have illusion. Road with if you are going on a hot summer on road, you will see mirage. It feels like there is a water. How many of you seen mirage? Havish? Mirage, you don't know what is mirage? No? Batao, explain karo, what is mirage?
Illusion. It is a
Okay.
physics phenomenon in which when the sun rays fall on the road, it feels like there is water on the road, and then when we reach near, then there is no water.
రోడ్డు మీద వెళ్ళేటప్పుడు తెలిసింది అర్థమైందా అర్థమైంది కదా ఇప్పుడు మర్చిపోవద్దు ఓకే సో అవర్ సెన్సెస్ ఆర్ illusionary and they can cheat, and we have a cheating propensity also. These are the 4 faults what we have with what praman? Pratyaksha praman. What is next? Anumana praman. Anumana pramana means theory or so these I did 10 tests, all this we have got pass, so obviously 11th test will be a pass.
Induction.
Huh? Induction.
Induction.
Okay, so give an example for this Anumana Praman. Give example for Anumana Praman.
Every time in like what we call the prior knowledge test, I used to get full marks.
What is
Prior
Every time
knowledge test.
in the
Ila
test.
school
in the test?
school lo itla prior knowledge test ఇస్తారు
Prior
కదా.
knowledge
Prior
test.
knowledge.
Prior that kind of test will be conducted.
Basically, how much you remember.
Okay, prior knowledge test. Okay.
ఉన్న ఇట్లా క్లాస్ టెస్ట్లలో నాకు ఫుల్ మార్క్స్ వచ్చేది. కానీ ఫైనల్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ వచ్చినాక నేను అనుకున్నాను నేను పాస్ అవుతానని, కానీ నేను పాస్
అవ్వలేదు. అది అనుమాన ప్రమాణ. Yeah, I got your point. I did not pass. Yeah.
మనము ఒక we use a medicine, so it's a new medicine found just by scientists right now. So we are using it on people to test. So while testing, three times it has been perfectly it has passed the test. Fourth time also it will pass the test. We have like it's our theory and what we think, but
Right.
it may pass or not.
Yes. COVID medicine. I think I don't want to talk about it. Actually, COVID is something. I mean, I don't know, Covishield or I don't know, Covaxin, some lot of things. I mean, vaccination. It has been applied now. Actually, doctors, I recently checked with one doctor. He was saying after becoming COVID, after releasing this vaccination, I mean, then medicine is not working, Prabhu, that effectively.
Heart attack side effect.
I mean,
Health side.
Pfizer has.
yeah, so all these side effects have come. Actually, my thesis, when I was working for thesis, I for the first 1.5 year COVID, I never had a vaccination. I never had a thought of getting vaccinated. But teachers forced us, saying that if you are not getting vaccinated, your salary will not be given. So we are forced to get vaccinated. So all this, Anumana Praman, okay, since it was successful here, it will get successful. So that was a kind of, that is wrong. That's also not wrong. So Shabda Praman is the one which is a very authentic. Keep it there, Baba. Don't need to disturb the thing. That's okay. Keep.
Then just pass this to Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Pass this to Prabhuji.
అరే దయచేసి మధ్యలో పెట్టదు. Okay, so Shabda Praman is the one where already they have seen, Acharyas have seen, and it is coming as a legacy from Acharyas. Whatever they say, that is 100% truth. मदर के womb में बच्चा कैसा बिहेव करता है, it is given in Bhagavatam by our Acharyas. Srimad Bhagavatam, God has given. There's no need to prove. Though science and technology might have proven that 60 or 70 years back, but it was told thousands and lakhs of years back itself. Now very recently they came to know that rebirth is there. Very recently they came to know that rebirth is there. And now only they came to science and technology has came to a conclusion that rebirth can occur, humans dying, they will be taking birth as humans only. That's the only conclusion they are making. But Shastras are saying it's not only humans, humans can take rebirth as animals also.
84 lakhs.
No, 84 lakh species, it's not yet proven, but someday they might prove also, we don't know. But we need to, this is Shabda Praman, which is coming as a legacy from various Sampradayas and Acharyas. Okay, so now, now Arjuna has put himself in a position where he becomes weak. Now on top of it, Krishna, as a Hrishikesha, what is Hrishikesha? Meaning? Controller of all senses. He knows the senses of Arjuna also. And he wanted to put him in such a situation where he is becoming more weaker. And Krishna knows it's not only for Arjuna and for us also. But for us also, Krishna knows if I keep this person, where if I keep, he will get hurt more. Which button? Yakkada nokkite idi baaga noppestudo, Krishna knows. Where I press button, he gets lot of pain, he knows. So, though Arjuna told to keep him in between the armies, but Krishna knows in front of whom if I keep him, he will get more weaker. He knows he kept exactly there. In front of whom? Bhishma Deva and Dronacharya. Yes. Okay. So, that's what actually to put himself in the position where he becomes weak, and to make matter worse, even Krishna also planned his visit accordingly to make him place exactly in front of them. Now, here, additional examples from Parampara. Duryodhana is referred as Durbuddher, as he never gave up the greed and envy towards Pandavas. He was never satisfied. He was foolish, not knowing what is good for him on one level, and he was evil on other level, knowingly does things. Knowingly does things. I think already we discussed in the previous thing. One is, what was the thing? Intentionally doing something and circumstantially happening something. For example, just give you an example. Ravana, after getting benedictions, once he was traveling across the Himalayas, he has seen a Brahmana Kanya. And he got attracted and he tried to do some mischievous things. It was a circumstantial. You need to understand circumstantial and intentional. Are you getting? Circumstantially something which just happens. Intentionally something you are properly planning cold-blooded murder. Duryodhana at the young age planned a cold-blooded murder of all the Pandavas by taking them to the picnic. He properly planned actually. Lakshagraha also. And poisoning of Bhima also. He properly planned. It was not circumstantial. It was intentional. That's what is being referred as Durbuddher. Okay? It is amazing to know that so many kings allied with evil Duryodhana. This shows the state of the world at that time. Duryodhana was an excelled spin doctor. He could simply shift the blame on others by proving himself innocent. He even convinced Lord Balram that he was right in this situation. Now you should understand the talent, what they have, what he has. Okay. There were also many who were obliged to perform. There were also many who were obliged to perform the war on behalf of Duryodhana in spite of knowing his evil intentions. Arjuna wanted to see who all are supporting Duryodhana before he starts the war. He wants to see how much fighting spirit each one really had against Pandavas. Even though Pandavas compromised in all situations, even though they were rightfully eligible, Yudhishthira eligible to be king, planned to be killed many times, wife was insulted, took the barren land for their right, still Duryodhana was not satisfied. So you are understanding the kind of, I don't know what other words can be used. How much, you have enemies. You have generally, even Bachas or Havish, whom you don't like in your class.
No.
No one. Since he is in Satsang, he doesn't like Sai. Is there anyone whom you don't like in the class? Everybody don't like her. It's too much. Huh? Riyan, Parag,
Not everyone.
whom you don't like in class?
Same answer.
Huh?
Same answer.
Sir,
Same answer.
Same answer.
same answer. You don't like, you like everyone.
I don't like any.
You don't like everyone. Why?
Because
don't know, by
everybody
coming
is
to
so
success,
chaotic and they talk about bad things, they say bad words, and then they try to be cool like US people, and they act very dumb. They act like chhapris who want to be cool, but then they are not at all cool from their mind.
From their mind. But okay, that's their personality, but are they harming you in any way?
Yes.
How? If it is
They-
personal, no, that's okay.
They think that a person who is dumb like them is only cool, and I am not like them. That's why they don't socialize with me, and they just keeping on talking bad things about me when I am not there. So that's why.
But you have at least one or two friends? No?
Yes, one in my bus.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. There's no need to change. I mean, things are not good outside. There's no need to change for everyone. For everyone, and there will be a day where you will be given an opportunity. When you excel, right? Then you have to tell in front of everyone. Acting cool. Avish, go ahead. Tell me.
Okay, in the Bhagavadgita, Arjuna is the archer and Krishna is the
Charioteer.
charioteer, right? What if Arjuna was a charioteer and Krishna was the archer?
No, actually that was not planned like that, because he is the person who need to war, right? I mean, initially before the Mahabharata Yuddha, both Arjuna and Duryodhana have come to Krishna, and that was the agreement that Krishna, Duryodhana was given an option: do you want Krishna or do you want Krishna's Sena? Then Duryodhana opts for Sena, because Krishna has promised that he won't lift any weapon. Got right? Krishna promises that he won't lift any weapon. Whom do you want, Duryodhana? Do you want me or my army? Then Duryodhana chooses his army, and Arjuna chooses Krishna.
Yes, that is what I thought. Krishna would say that he would not lift any weapon.
Huh.
But what if Krishna didn't have this sentence? He himself could end the war.
No, go ahead. Please ask once again.
Yeah. In that, Krishna tells that he won't lift any. He said that he won't
Lift any weapon.
weapon, right? What if he didn't quote that sentence and he directly lifted the weapon?
What if that quote, that sentence, that didn't happen? No, he has quoted. Now, what if he has not quoted? Doesn't come into the picture. Already it has happened. Now we can't change the history back, right? What if he has not? But that's what has happened. Okay. But Prabhuji and Mataji, really, I mean, when Riyan was saying this, things outside are not good actually. I'm sorry to say. I mean, recently, yesterday or day before yesterday, I've seen this adolescence. I mean, one series I've seen in Netflix. I prefer all the parents to. I don't know if you already seen it. I'm not sure, but you have it. Look at it. Outside, the things are not good, and no offense intended. But especially the NRI or foreign, Indians only from NRI who has come here back to India and settling here, they have really polluted the environment a bit. I mean, it has happened with me also in the sense, there were some parents who were, because some teacher scolded his kid. They came to Shanti and requesting, you join us, we will get that teacher removed. They formed a separate gang for removing a teacher, for a teacher saying that you idiot, read properly, or something, some negative, some word they will be using, right, for kids. For correcting him only they were using some negative words. For that they felt a lot, and the parents came together, and I told, see, in Telugu I said, మా బంగారం సంగతి మాకు తెలుసమ్మా, వాళ్ళు తిట్టడమే కాదు కొట్టినా నేను ఫీల్ అవ్వను. వాట్ ఐ టోల్డ్ దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఓన్లీ స్కోల్డింగ్, even if they are beating my child also, I don't have any issues. And if you have any problem, please call me. I am ready to address in front of the school. I wanted to support teachers. There were days where our teachers used to Todapasham, they say Todapashams they do. I was the most Todapasham guy in my school. I mean, it's on a lighter note, but on a serious note, the thing is, the environment is not good at all. Now my kid 10th class is over. Now at least I wanted to join my kid in this 2 years, the Shriram Smart Minds, where it is run by devotees. They are IIT passed outs and Oxford and Stanford passed out students, and they are well established. They have started a college, and I am joining him there. And I requested him, Baba, this 2 years you do this austerity for me, join hostel, and after 2 years, whatever you wanted to do, I am with you. And it's very difficult for kids also, mother, because most of them are like that. And devotees, even Kritika Mataji, even when Riyan was saying this, Roshni Mataji's kid, Kritika Mataji, common problem, bullying and all. I mean, it has become though it might be appearing silly, but it is mentally very torturous for the kids actually. Very torturous. I mean, I have seen in the Zenith only, I don't want to reveal the names, some Matajis came and one kid was not coming out. And very gory things are happening outside. I really wanted parents to please take care of the kids. And
no, the problem is parents are supporting parents are supporting the kids to bully the others.
Seriously.
They
No, Prabhu, actually, the thing is, Prabhu, bullying is some, I mean, I know we are deviating from the topic, Prabhu, but yeah, we'll talk after the session. But I think we need to bring some awareness, Prabhu. I mean, we'll discuss about this. But it's very sensitive, but I wanted parents to, on a daily basis, talk to kids. Actually, even at the age of this 10th class, and my girl is in final year degree, every day we spent 1 to 2 hours with her, telling what is going on, how is the life, and all these things. The outside association is not good. Not at all good. Okay? Even after the Rajasuya Yajna by Yudhishthira Maharaj, there were many kings who were ready to join Duryodhana. That's what, as I said. Okay? So 1.24, probably we'll stop here. I think we finished only 3 shlokas today. Still 5 minutes time is there. Let us. Lord Krishna drew up fine chariot. Okay. Let us finish this. Okay. Yeah. Do the honors, please.
Sanjay Uvacha evam ukto rishikesho Budakeşena bharatam senayoruvayormadhye Sapayatva rathuttamam.
Sanjaya Uvacha evam ukto rishikesho Budakeşena bharata senayoruvayormadhye Sapayatva rathuttamam. Sanjaya said, O descendant of Bharata, having thus been addressed by Arjuna, Lord Krishna drew up the fine chariot in the midst of the armies of both the parties. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki. In this verse, Arjuna is referred as Budakesha. What does Budakesha mean? What does Budakesha mean? Who conquers the sleep? Who conquers the sleep? Also. Budakesha, yeah. Budakesha means sleep. Budakesha means sleep, and one who conquers sleep is called Budakesha. Sleep also means ignorance. So Arjuna conquered both sleep and ignorance because of his friendship with Krishna. As a great devotee of the Krishna, he could not forget Krishna even for a moment, because that is the nature of a devotee. Either in a waking or in sleep, a devotee of the Lord can never be free from thinking of Krishna's name, form, qualities and pastimes. Thus a devotee of Krishna can conquer both sleep and ignorance simply by thinking of Krishna constantly. This is called Krishna consciousness or Samadhi. As Rishikesha, or the director of the senses and mind of every living entity, Krishna could understand Arjuna's purpose in placing the chariot in the midst of the armies. Thus, he did so and spoke as follows. Additional examples from Parampara. Additional examples. Additional understanding of the word Budakesha. Buddha refers to good. Good means what? Good. Hindi mein good hai na? Jaggery, yes. Guda refers to good, very sweet and unrefined sugar. That is good. Akesha refers to the Gunavataras, Vishnu, Brahma and Mahadeva. A indicates Vishnu, Ka indicates Brahma, Isha indicates Mahadeva, Shiva. So he has conquered all the 3 modes of material nature and he is in Shuddha Sattva. That's what We are trying to say. Krishna is the source of all Gunavataras, Vishnu, Brahma and Mahadev. So how can Gunavataras show their superiority on Arjuna when their so supreme Lord Krishna is serving Arjuna in Prema Bhav? That is why all Akeshas prefers to sweet affection to Arjuna, and that is another reason Arjuna is called Gudakesha, the one who receives sweet affection from all the three Gunavataras. Bhagavan Mahavishnu, anyway, this is a big pastime. Bhagavan Mahavishnu, Paravyoma Nadha, Lord of the transcendental sky, once admitted to Arjuna, I only brought the sons of Brahmana here with the desire to see both you and Krishna. It's a big pastime where Mahavishnu, from where our Brahmanda comes, he requests for. There is a pastime where Arjuna and Krishna has to come to fulfill some Brahmana's desire. They come to Mahavishnu. Then Mahavishnu does Dandavat Pranam to Krishna and Arjuna and Sri Vishnu. Shirodaksha Vishnu. No. Garbhodaksha Vishnu. It is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, 89th chapter, 58th shloka. That's a big pastime actually. Okay, so additional examples. Here, the word Bharata in this refers to Dhritarashtra, as both Arjuna and Dhritarashtra were in the same lineage. Bharata. Arjuna had conquered over his sense of touch and sight to hit targets even in the dark. Thus he was true Gudakesha, as he could shoot enemies with their sound itself. That's how big talented he was. When we see anyone excellent in some area, we become awestruck by the talent, or we become envious by such talent. Already we discussed this point in one of the sessions. We forget how much austerity that person must have gone through to get that talent. Most of the times it's envious. Right? Arjuna became Gudakesha by lot of practice, by staying awake in nights. He could kill even in the invisible enemies. Arjuna was using this great talent thus acquired in the service of Lord Krishna. We should learn from this verse that we also should put our best foot forward and get the talents to serve Krishna. Spiritual life is not about inaction, it's complete action. Lot of people feel, right? Spirituality, क्या भाई एक मूला में बैठ के chanting करते भक्त लोग? No, it is full of. If you are really want a 24/7 service, there are a lot of services to do. Sanjeev Prabhu already has come forward. Prabhuji, temple is coming near. Please involve me actively in seva. Okay, so there are a lot of things like that. If you are really coming forward, leave about the other things. Prabhuji said, even in our own satsang we can do. If someone is good at development, let us develop an app for recording attendance of all the devotees who are coming on a daily basis. I'm just saying, is it not a seva to Krishna? It is a seva to Krishna. It is not that only if we go to temple that's a seva. No. Yeah, I think let us stop here. And here is the first time our hero starts speaking. So we'll hold this. So he says, behold Partha, all Kurus assembled here. Now behold our Janit devotees. We will discuss this next week. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm done by 8 o'clock. Exact 8 o'clock as promised. So yeah, any questions, Prabhuji and Mataji? Anyone has any questions?
Yeah, you told Arjuna is not having the ego of I know.
Yes.
But, there was one story after the Mahabharata war is done. He was so much about himself that I won the war. It was because of me, like that. So that's where he has this his son. He fights with his son, right?
Abhimanyu.
Not Abhimanyu. Babruwa.
Okay, yes.
That time he gets killed. That's where like Krishna wanted to teach him a lesson that he forgets that one.
I know that's right, Prabhu. In that context only, the person Arjuna who has won the war, he got defeated by Gopalaks. Once Krishna left to his abode, all Krishna's queens, Arjuna was bringing them to some Hastinapur, I believe. Then some Gopalaks attacked Arjuna. And in that war with Gopalas, they are not even warriors, proper warriors. In that war with Gopalas, he lost. Arjuna lost. Can you imagine? Arjuna losing? I mean, yeah. I really need to check that project. I think I heard this.
Yeah.
It is right only. And for that particular part only, Krishna made sure that the pride has gone by this act.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions from this, Madhavis?
The ages of Pandavas and Krishna at the time of the...
Probably, yeah, that's a very good question.
80, I heard that Krishna is 80 and Arjuna is
100.
57.
Almost 100. 90, he was between 90 to 100. I need to, there is the exact age also. Yes. And you know what actually?
During Mahabharata, Krishna is 196 years.
No. Krishna was there here for only 125 years and then he left to his abode. 125 years he was there in this Bhumandal, and this war happened between 90 to 100 years. When Krishna was 90 to 100 years. Yes, Prabhu.
How energy they must have at that age.
Yes, Prabhu. I told you, Prabhu. See, Prabhu, Kali Yuga, the maximum lifetime is 100. Now already you see Kali Yuga main core is over.
Even 80
80 now life expectancy is 60 to 70. Now by even in Bhagavatam it is mentioned by the end of Kali Yuga, the maximum age a person can live is 25 years. 25 years. That's the maximum age by the end of Kali Yuga. And in the beginning of Kali Yuga, they used to live 100 solid years every year. And in Treta Yuga, when Krishna was there, it was 1000 years. And in Dwapar Yuga, it was 10,000 years. And in Satyuga, it was 1 lakh years. 1 lakh years. And their heights were also accordingly. I mean, heights were more also at that time. Heights also more. I think I given that information in the Hare Krishna Mahamantra session. What are the heights, what are the ages, and what kind of stuff and all they used to have. I have given each and every yuga, what kind of personality physically they used to have. All these things I have given the information. Yes. And this war is not normal thing, Prabhuji. Even Krishna, don't you feel Krishna was hit by arrows? Yes or no? In the war, was Krishna hit by arrows? Yes or no? No? How many know? Yes, Krishna was hit by arrows. And maximum arrows were hit by Bhishma Dev. And was Krishna getting blood? No, he was getting blood. Yes, he was getting blood. Though he is a Satchitananda body, but when he is in this material body, and when Bhishma was hitting these arrows, Acharyas explain actually, when he was hitting arrows, it was like a sweet reciprocation. I mean, if a small kid, when Riyan was a kid and Yogesh Prabhu was there, when you are a small month's baby, you might have slapped your father, you might have dushum your father, but since you dushum your father might not have slapped, right? He might have loved it, he might have laughed at it, right? So similarly, when externally it might be appearing like a Hare Bhishma is attacking Krishna and Krishna is getting war, but Acharyas explains that it was like a flower petals what a devotee is throwing at Lord. That's what the explanation what they give when Bhishma was hitting arrows to Krishna. Okay, so there's a sweet recipe. We should reach to some level to understand that sweet rasa. Okay, yeah. So that's it, Prabhuji and Mataji's.
Then
Yeah.
when hitting the